I wish I could make reaction videos, but I was born in 1956. I've heard all these songs. What could I possibly react to?
I was worth it, found my purpose, rarely a best to the surface, the reward constantly working.
Hey whippersnappers, Brian here at A Boomer Reacts. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I listen to rap and hip-hop songs using lyric videos, and then I let you know what I thought about them. As you can see, I'm doing a double-header, a low-key double-header. He gets all the double-headers. Today I'm doing McDonald Trump and Genocide Joe. And in the past I've done Terrorist 1 and 2, Abomination 1 and 2, and My Soul and Million Man March in one video. In those previous songs, all 6 of them were from Soundtrack to the Struggle, released in 2011. The songs I'm reacting today are on different albums. McDonald Trump is on Soundtrack to the Struggle 2, and Genocide Joe is on Soundtrack to the Struggle 3. Oh. That album, Soundtrack to the Struggle 3, was actually released on October 18th, 2024. So the 1-year anniversary was yesterday. Wild, huh? Oh, little housekeeping. So I'm not going to put up a poll today because I'm trying to catch up to the polls, because it seems like when a poll closes on Sunday, I don't react to the 2 songs that won for like a month. So hopefully I get it down to where when the poll closes on Sunday, I'll react to them that following weekend. So we'll see how that goes. Anything more about this? Oh, so many in the comments said if I'm going to do this double header, to do McDonald Trump first. So that's what I'll do, because I do everything you tell me. Okay. McDonald Trump.
McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Shut him down, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump. McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, يا مجرم يا فاسد القدس تاج راسك. shut him down. 700 billion a year to the fossil fuelers, 750 billion a year to the rocket launchers. This monster's morbid, mob is sordid, more than what's reported while this song's recorded. Over 100 humans cross the borders. Words of MLK, greatest violence purveyor. See ourselves in the afflicted, the environment decayer. Do it for Puerto Rico and Ibrahim Abu Thureya. He'll get a head to Mimid while he's tweeting London's mayor. Harbingers of doom, they let the Trump committee gallivant. Passport not accepted, it's a London city travel ban. Dystopian future like Amazon's camper vans. Million apprentice to the corporate gangster glamour gang. Exxon Mobil are writing this Trump script. The Koch brothers are riding this Trump ship. Wall Street is writing this Trump script. Raytheon and Lowkey are riding this Trump ship. Shut him down. McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Shut him down. McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump يا مجرم يا فاسد القدس تاج راسك shut him down. That red face can't contain the rage and hate inside you, aching in your pride, but take a major nation, make it mine, engage in nativism. Now your state is just a paper tiger. Cover up your face with a solar panel made in China, weapon of mass distraction in this twisted age of decadence. Government, big business, the relationship incestuous. Or workers in your businesses unionize and shut you down. A million people march when you tried to enter London town. Do another speech to inspire the next militant. May your nightmares be haunted by vex immigrants, mother of all bombs. I hope that every death lives within corporate revolving door, from Bannon to Rex Tillerson. ExxonMobil are writing this Trump script. The Koch brothers are riding this Trump ship. Wall Street is writing this Trump script. Raytheon and Lowkey are riding this Trump ship. Shut them down. McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Shut him down. McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump, McDonald Trump يا مجرم يا فاسد القدس تاج راسك shut him down. It's a catastrophe that acts illogically. Gangsters and bankers kidnap your policies, grant hypocrisy, expand the poverty. This man's philosophy is rampant robbery. Left Puerto Rico abandoned on its knees. Massive horror scenes, no plans for college teens. Onslaught wants more hangers on the street to ban democracy and crash economies. Fake news in the flesh, great news in the press. Ruminate who to hate when you accumulate debt. Food chain stretch from your goons that invest. Desecrate the state, an unusual death. Wanna idolize sly guys, who would you guess? Surprise, hope you privatize funeral next. Lucid effect who you choose to elect when expansion is limitless, for future is left. The system was fixed for him, sicker than Nixon with Clinton. Winston and Kissinger mixed with him, missiles of blistering pistols and kids, and he spits on the immigrants. Isn't it interesting? And his full tongue let him walk up. President's never been a president's more dumb. Slave to the bankers, slave to the gun lobby. Permanent war always demonized somebody. Families broke up, sanity closed. Shot a canopy. This man receives salary to show up. Private jet nervous, disturbing with turbulence, merging with mercenaries, working to murder us, hurting the earth, and our urges to nurture it. Ruled by the worst of the worst of the worst of them. Hurting the earth, and our urges to nurture it. Ruled by the worst of the worst of the worst of them.
Today's Republican Party is the most dangerous organization in human history.
So I don't plan to get, super political on this. You guys don't come to reaction channels to hear politics. You come for entertainment. So I'm just going to talk about the song as opposed to the content. Even for the most part, I agree with these lyrics. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Right from the start, I loved that beat. It was so dramatic, so orchestral. Had like a chorus or chorale, whatever you want to call that. Many people singing. I don't mean chorus like the chorus of a song. I mean chorus like a bunch of people singing. I had the chorus in it. I'm confusing you. So the actual chorus in this song, where he's just doing the McDonald Trump, that's just like people chanting in the background and some percussion. It doesn't have the same orchestral beat as the rest of the song. I want to look up something. What's this called? Cacastocracy. Yeah, what the hell is that? That was a word that he used. You know what I'm talking about, right? I made a face when it was on. Cacastocracy. Government by the least suitable or competent citizens of a state. Oh, that's about right. Least suitable or competent. I didn't even know they had a word for that. So I didn't pay attention because I didn't know verse 3 was going to be so fast. I wasn't paying attention to verse 2. Verse 1, just seemed like normal speed. And I don't remember, because I wasn't looking for it, if verse 2 was a little faster than verse 1, working up to the crescendo of verse 3. When I watch the video, I'll know. He had some great rhymes in this too, multi-line rhymes, and even in the fast verse, they were a lot of fun. And what I always say about Lowkey is, he feels very passionate about what he's singing about, but he doesn't push it down your throat, right? He's not yelling at you. He's just informing you. And that's like, a little bit of sugar helps the medicine go down. I think that's it. Like I said, I generally agree with what he's saying, but that's where we'll stop. Okay, now I'm gonna switch over to, I might even be able to do this without stopping and let's see. Genocide Joe was released as a single from Lowkey's highly anticipated album soundtrack to The Struggle 3. The song features a chorus from longtime collaborator Mike Lil and includes a poem in the outro by Rifat Al-Arir, an academic killed during the Gaza genocide. Okay, that'll be sad to hear. Okay. Genocide Joe.
Between 1776 and 2019, the US carried out over 392 military interventions worldwide, killing millions in the process and condemning many millions more to a life of agony and despair. A new world is struggling to be born. A phoenix will rise from the embers of empire in Gaza.
Genocide Joe, you terrorize souls. When your eyes closed at night, how do you sleep? At night, how do you? Genocide Joe, you better lie low. We're getting quite close. At night, we feel you breathe. At night, we feel you breathe.
You are the murderer, you are the terrorist, you are the criminal, a crime so devilish. Genocide, the aim, starvation is what the weapon is. America's woke president speaking like he's on sedatives. Him killed in the car, wonder what our eyes seen. You were giving interviews, slobbering on an ice cream. Man squashed by a tank, seen his inside scream. Gaza's not a strip, it's the world's biggest crime scene. Barefoot fighters, red triangles on light green. Gun fixed on Aaron Bushnell as they watched his life leave. This is for the child that asks, why us, why me? This is for the children that I see in my dreams as night leans. Bodies freezing the morbid temperature. A stain remains on the faces of all your senators. No matter where the blame is aimed, we all remember the last one, Genocide Joe, the fallen emperor.
Genocide Joe, you terrorize souls. When your eyes close at night, how do you sleep? At night, how do you? Genocide Joe, you better lie low. We're getting quite close. At night, we feel you breathe. At night, we feel you breathe.
Biden is a murderer, Trump is a murderer. Whichever way you look, political system circular. Sunak is a murderer, Starmer is a murderer. Whichever politician, the indifference is merciless. If they deprive Gaza the option of breaking free, then to me a jail cell's the most honorable place to be. Fight like Vietnamese, fight like Algerians. Genocide streaming, you can share the experience. Camp David, Oslo Accords, a Trojan horse. Gaza genocide, the last gasp of the global north. They watch from the drones and they kill them with no remorse. You'll never know the hopeless thoughts as you hold a corpse. As night leans, bodies freezing the morbid temperature. Stain remains on the faces of all your senators. No matter where the blame is aimed, we all remember the last one, Genocide Joe, the fallen emperor.
Genocide Joe, you terrorize souls. When your eyes close at night, how do you sleep? At night, how do you? Genocide Joe, you You better lie low. We're getting quite close. At night we feel you breathe. At night we feel you breathe.
We know that it's very bleak, it's very dark. There's no way out. If there's no water, there is no way out of Gaza. What should we do? Like drown? Like commit mass suicide? Is this what Israel wants? And we're not going to do that. And I was telling some friend the other day that I am an academic. Probably the toughest thing I have at home is an expo marker. But if the Israelis invade, if they barge at us, charge at us, open door to door to massacre us, I'm going to use that marker, throw it at the Israeli soldiers, even if that is the last thing that I would be able to do. And this is the feeling of everybody. We are helpless. We have nothing to lose.
Well, that was heartbreaking in the end, especially knowing that he was killed in the conflict. I think Mike Khalil's chorus was what stood out to me in the song. I really liked it. She did some ethereal, singing in the background as she was doing the chorus. As far as content, I wonder if Lowkey is going to put something out recorded after Trump got elected to his second term. That would be interesting. I know horrible things happened under Joe Biden, but they have happened under Obama and they happened under Trump. Explain this to me. I don't know why Arab Americans who knew that Trump was a anti-Islamist, Muslim ban and all that, why in 2024 they would vote for him instead of, at the time, Kamala. I don't understand. Either they didn't vote or they voted for Trump thinking he'd be better. I don't know why they would think that. But, props to him for whatever part he took in the ceasefire and the release of the hostages. So there's that. Credit to him for that. I think this song was good. Like I said, Mike Khalil was my favorite part. And it just, it hurts my heart that, Trump gets, what I think is, a least aggressive song than this one is to Biden. And I know, shit happened under Biden, and this is no excuse. Israel is NATO and we have an obligation to help NATO. Like I said, no excuse, but, I'm trying to, rationalize why he did what he did. And I can't wait to hear, the new Trump 2024 song. Well, thanks for hanging with me, guys. I didn't want to get too political. I hope I didn't. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.